Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to X Japan, and welcome to my car. So yeah, I thought I'd do this review while I'm driving, being efficient with my time, because when you have kids, doing videos is really difficult. So yeah, this is going to be a review, not a reaction. You know, I think everyone's going to be doing, you know, first reaction videos to this. I actually wanted to, you know, give it a good listen and, you know, give you guys my brutally honest opinion. You know, I'm a huge Babymetal fan. You know, I discovered Babymetal just before the first album came out, and you know, I've seen them live 5 times. Four of those times were with Yui. So, you know, I've seen it all, and yeah, I'm going to be super critical about this, super non-biased, because, you know, like I'm a huge music fan, and, you know, I like to dissect things. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to re-listen to it song by song, and then I'm just going to give you my thoughts on each one. This will be my 5th time playing it through. And just before we get into the review, I'm just going to put it out there that I'm not going to be including any of the music in this review, because Babymetal's label and publishers will no doubt send a team of highly trained assassins to my house to rip at my spine if I include any of their music. Hopefully you guys have all got the album, but if not, hopefully this review helps, you know, make your decision to, you know, buy it or not. So, okay, let's get into it. Okay, so I've just listened to the first song, Future Metal, which is obviously a kind of take on or inspired by a very popular, you know, Japanese idol group, Perfume, who put out an album about a year and a half ago, something like that, Future Pop. And it has that definite kind of Perfume tone, especially that album, because it's quite futuristic sounding. With the sampled vocals, you know, they've sampled Moa-metal, just going, ah, and they're just playing it, you know, they're playing that on the keyboard. And, you know, we get this little intro dialogue from Moa-metal, you know, just saying they're going on a space odyssey, and please fasten your neck brace, you know, for headbanging and stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's a good intro. I like, you know, the first Babymetal album had, you know, Babymetal Death as like a kind of intro song, so it's cool that they had another intro song for this. So yeah, and yeah, it sounds really cool. It sets the tone for the album, I think. Okay, so I've just listened to song number 2, Da Da Dance. And so this is the first proper album track, and couldn't really ask for a better one. It's absolutely insane. I actually totally love it. When I first heard it, I don't think I could sort of process it, because there's so much going on. It's so high energy, and it's just like, whoa. But now that I've listened to it a few times, I actually totally love it, and live it's going to be absolutely insane. It's just got everything. You know, it's kind of got that classic Babymetal sound. It's not like one of the songs where they're like intentionally trying to genre, you know, splice. You know, it has that kind of DDR feel, kind of like Ine does on the first album. But yeah, it's just got so many changes, and I love the little bit in the middle where, like, you know, they're half talking. I'm not sure if it's Moa doing that, where she's like, down to dance, you know, that bit's really cool. I hope it is Moa doing that, and she does do it live. Yeah, it's just a really catchy song. This is the song that has the guitarist from Bees playing on it. So I think he does the solo, which is, I actually quite like. At first I wasn't a huge fan of the solo, but now that I've listened to it a few times, it's, you know, it starts off with the tapping, and then it goes quite jazzy, which is, you know, just kind of makes the song a bit more diverse, in my opinion, which is really cool. And it's heavy, you know, it's got, the guitar sounds great in it. So yeah, can't say enough good things about that one. Good job. Okay, so now I've just listened to the third song, Elevator Girl, which is, you know, one they released fairly early. To be honest, I've never really been a huge fan of this song. The lyrics are kind of dumb, and it just doesn't really do anything for me. It's just, you know, to me the best part of the song is like the first 10 seconds, and like they don't, you know, because it's quite different. I just like that little keyboard intro with the guitar. They should have kept, you know, if they'd have kept that maybe going a little bit, you know, use that somehow a bit more in the song. Instead, it just goes, you know, completely in another direction. You know, they're using 8-string guitars, which, you know, I was never really a fan of. You know, the 8-string guitar like appears a few times in the album, but on this song it's super prominent, and to me it just doesn't fit them very well. And yeah, that's about it. But you know, it's only 2 minutes 45, so I can't really stay mad at it for long. So it's okay. I'm sure I'll enjoy it live still. Okay, so I've just listened to track number 4, Shanty Shanty. So this is another one that's been out for a while. So when I first heard this song, I wasn't blown away, but it's actually grown on me a lot, and actually now it's probably one of my favorites. I just think it's so catchy. I love the melody and the chorus. I've heard a lot of people say, you know, it has this, like, you know, the Indian vibe and influence. When I first heard it, I didn't really think Indian. I thought Egyptian, and then to me, I still think Egyptian. You know, I can hear the Indian thing as well. You know, their costumes a wee while ago were quite, you know, sort of Egyptian inspired, so, you know, I guess that made me think of it. But yeah, I just think that sound is done really well in the track. You know, not just the instrumentation, but you know, the actual notes and scales they're using, you know, to give it that vibe. And it's really nice. It's a song as well that you can actually hear Moa singing really clearly on, which is really cool. There's like a back and forth in the middle between Moa and Sue, and I think that sounds amazing. I think they should do more of that, definitely. So yeah, absolutely love the song. It's going to be amazing to see live, and I think everyone's going to go nuts. So yeah. Okay, so that's the 5th song now, Omajnai. So I don't know about this one, guys. So yeah, like, this is a weird song because I think it's going to be a lot better live than it is on the album. Listening to it, it's okay. You know, it's obviously, this is a kind of folk metal fused song, and they have a guy singing. I can't remember what band he's from. Folk metal. So he has that kind of voice that suits that kind of song. But I just think they could have done better with this song. I think, you know, the main I think that's catchy and that's cool. I think live, like, I don't know, I can see like a lot of people like mosh pitting to this. Like, I can see like circle pits going to this for some reason. I don't know, it's not particularly heavy, but I think I can see it. Yeah, and it's gonna be a really fun one. But I think that bit happens way too much, and it's just, you know, the songs, it just doesn't progress enough, really. It doesn't do anything interesting. And then at the end, you know, the middle when it goes half time is pretty cool, but then you think it might go somewhere else, but it just doesn't. And then at the end we have this, when you think you've just had about enough of the 9999999s, you have an a cappella. I don't know, it just sounds like they're all drunk, and it just kind of sounds stupid to me. I don't know, I don't know, I'm just not a fan, really. But I think live is going to be awesome. So yeah, that's a weird one for me. Okay, so I've just listened to Brand New Day, and I think so far this is my favorite. It's just, yeah, this song is absolutely amazing. This is a song that Polyphia appear on, and you can tell it has their kind of vibe, their style to it. I just love it. Babymetal, they haven't done a song like this before. I mean, this is completely new for them, and they just pull it off super well. Sue Metal's voice is amazing on this, and I love how she's just seamlessly going between English and Japanese. It's a style that I've been a fan of for quite a while. You know, a lot of artists I listen to have done that, and she hasn't done that really like this up until this song, so super impressed with that. The guitar sounds absolutely amazing. I just love that, you know, it's that harmonized guitar, you know, reminds me of Prince, which I'm a huge fan of. The guitar solo is great, perfect solo. I really want to try and learn this song guitar. You know, it's inspiring, this one, and you know, even though the lyrics are kind of cheesy from what I can understand, you know, I think they fit the song. You know, it's a really feel-good, happy song, so, you know, it needs lyrics like that. So yeah, I'm actually insanely in love with this song. So yeah, definitely my favorite so far, and definitely my favorite in the first half, which is the light half of the album. So yeah, super good. Okay, so I've just listened to Night Night Burn. To me, this song's not really great, or it's not really that bad. It's just mediocre. This has a kind of Spanish style, Latin theme going on, which I think is quite cool. I just, the main riff of the song is kind of simple. I like the song, just nothing more I can really say about it. In the middle, when the Spanish guitar comes in, it starts to get a little bit more interesting, and I like the I like that bit. It's pretty catchy. But yeah, the chorus is okay. Just it's just okay. And this is the last song of the light side of the album. So yeah, maybe they could have ended it on a bit of a stronger note. But yeah, it's a cool song. No guitar solo though. Missed opportunity there. I think it would have benefited from a really cool kind of Spanish, sort of inspired solo, like maybe even on the acoustic, on the Spanish acoustic guitar. That would have been really cool. Okay, so kicking off the dark half of the album, we have another instrumental intro song, In the Name Of, which is pretty freaking heavy, and definitely sets the mood for the dark. So I think this is the one that has the guy from Sabaton singing on it. I might be wrong about that, but I think it is. So yeah, I think this song's really cool, even for an instrumental. I think it lacks a few things, mainly the girls. I think they could have tried to fit them in somewhere, even if it was just something small, like, in Babymetal Death, where it's just, female death, something like that would have been cool in the track. Also, it kind of feels like it's one of those tracks that maybe the Kami band would, play solos over. So that would have been cool to hear, actually, like, on the record, if, they did like a kind of back and forth soloing, the two guitars, the bass, and the drums. Yeah, I think that would have just made the track that much more interesting, and it still would have set the mood, for the dark half, which, that's what it's designed to do. So this song starts off super epic. It almost sounds like, something out of an anime, like Evangelion or something, with the choir. It sounds like a story's taking place, which is awesome. And throughout with with those drums and stuff, it really has a kind of Sepultura vibe as well. I thought, I like it. I think the guy who's guesting vocals on it sounds really cool. I just wish the girls were on it as well. So yeah, but yeah, not bad, pretty good. Okay, now we have Distortion, which is, that's the first song that, everyone's heard from this album. I really like Distortion. I've listened to it a lot now, and at first I thought it was maybe a bit simple, but after repeated listens, I actually think it's really cool. It's just Babymetal being Babymetal. It doesn't have like a specific genre splice. It's just them, which is cool. The main riff's really cool. It has a really catchy chorus. It's quite dark, which I like. No guitar solo though, which is disappointing. I think it could have benefited from one. Also, they re-recorded this. Well, not re-recorded, but they added Alyssa from Arch Enemy's vocals to do the harsh vocal parts. I'm not sure it was really necessary to get her to do that. It doesn't really sound that much different. I've got a feeling they even left the original vocals like underneath hers, because she doesn't really... You can tell it's her, kind of, but... I think for people that were expecting, they see the Alyssa from Arch Enemy singing on the song, they're like, oh cool, and then they listen to it, they might be a little bit disappointed because our part is so tiny. But I do think it sounds better than it did before, so, I can't complain. But yeah, it's a solid song. I like it, it's cool. And it's also one I've seen them play live, so I can tell from personal experience that it's a beast live. Okay, so now just listen to Papaya. Papaya's another one that was released early, and yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I have a love-hate relationship with this song. When I first started listening to it, I thought this is really cool. I could instantly tell it was going to be a live favorite. and it was just really fun, catchy song. Until the rap. The rap lets the song down so much, in my opinion. And I understand, they want to be more diverse and have different things going on, but to me, that was just like a cash grab, and I just, I get that rap is a kind of style, like the way he sings that, and I appreciate that, but I just don't get it. I do like rap. I like rap. I like a lot of rap music, but to me that rap is like lazy and boring, and just, he just repeats words all the time. It's just to make it fit. And I just, his voice is annoying, and I just really don't like it. I think, to me, it would have been cool if, like, why couldn't one of the girls done the rap? And maybe not that specific rap, but Moa could have maybe done like a cool kind of rap, like over the bit. That would have been awesome. A lot of idol groups, a lot of Japanese like alternative idol groups are doing raps, in their songs, and it sounds great. They could have done that too. I think that would have been awesome. But yeah, as it stands, I just can't get around that. For me, it spoils the song a lot. But I think, like I said, live it's going to be a really fun song. I do really like the song, apart from that bit. It's just super fun, super catchy, and everyone's going to be swinging their towels over their head or whatever they've got, and it's going to be a great fun live. But yeah, for me it's definitely the worst song so far in the dark half, but I do get it. It's just not for me. Okay, so now we've listened to Kagaru, and Kagaru is definitely one of my favorite songs on the album. It's the first real guitar riff based song, which, thank God that there's at least one there. I think it's the first one that's really, based around a guitar riff, and it's a really awesome riff as well. So this is one they've been playing live this year a lot, and there's footage on YouTube, good, decent live recordings of it. And I also did a guitar cover of this song for the channel. So if you haven't seen that, please check it out. Which I took from the live version, so I worked it out from the live version. Listening to the recorded version finally is really cool. It's very it's pretty much identical. There's a few things I didn't hear in the live version, or things I think they might have added afterwards. There's a lot more atmospheric guitar going on in the chorus, which I think just enhances it even more. I think Babymetal's vocals in this are outstanding. I love the backing vocals at the end. It just makes it quite emotional. It's just a really cool song, and it's not a genre, but it's not a genre mixed song. It's just Babymetal being Babymetal straight up. So I love the songs like that. So yeah, absolutely love the song, and definitely think it's one of the best on the album so far. Okay, so just listened to Starlight, which is a shining star on this album. It's one of my absolute favorites. I loved it when it came out. It's another one that's been out for quite a while, but I instantly thought it was an amazing track, and it got me really excited for the rest of the album. Technically, it's definitely the most kind of challenging song. They're using the 8-string guitar again, but this time they're using it in a gent style, which really suits the 8-string guitar sound. And it's also and then it goes into a full-blown like Meshuggah breakdown in the middle, which is just crazy. Like, I can't wait to see that live. And that's when the pit's gonna get crazy. And it's also the song that's dedicated to Mikio Fujioka, R.I.P., one of the original Kami band members, which is super nice. And it's just, you can't help but feel sad when you listen to it, especially in the middle, when you hear them speaking English and saying, wherever we are, we'll be, wherever you are, we'll be with you, which is it's quite touching, it's quite moving. It's a very mature song, so you know, it contrasts well with the rest of the album. I love the main riff in the song. I just think it's just frantic and just badass. You know, it just sounds, it's a genre, it is a genre splicing song because it's kind of genty. But they have done that before with Rodeo Nightmare on the first album. But this tops that for sure, and it's definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite so far of the whole album. Alright, so just listened to the song Shine, and yeah, to me this is another great song. It's a very simple song, but it's very mature sounding, and Moa-metal's vocal, when Moa-metal's vocals like first come in on this song, they're so beautiful. Like I think it's my favorite vocally on the song. It doesn't show off her vocal abilities as much as some of the other songs, but just the tone of her voice and just how delicately and beautifully she sings that is amazing. I absolutely love it. And it has a kind of a 90s like feel to me. I don't know if it's because it shares quite a similar chord progression to Kiss from a Rose on a Grave, you know, by Seal, which, you know, is a song that I absolutely love. Kind of takes me back to the 90s. It also has a full-blown Takeyoshi Omura guitar solo, which I'm super happy about. I'm so glad that like at least one made an appearance on the album so far. Yeah, amazing solo, and yeah, just overall really well arranged song, and yeah, like I said before, just really mature sounding, and it's very epic as well. It has a really epic feel as we're coming to the end of the album, and yeah, it's just getting us ready for the last track. So yeah, here we go into the last one. Alright, so just listened to Arcadia, the last song of the album, and like if you were listening to the album and wondering where the power metal song was, well, here it is. So yeah, like there's always a power metal song, and Arcadia is the one for Metal Galaxy, and it's an absolutely incredible track. It really is. It's got everything that you'd want, you know. It's got good riffs, super fast, awesome guitar solos. The vocals, Moa-metal's vocals are really strong again on this one. You can really tell she's putting a lot into this one emotionally. And yeah, it's just a journey. You can almost sort of see them blasting through the galaxy on their space odyssey, like to this song, just like flying through the stars. Like it's so cool. Absolutely love it. It's a really strong finisher to the album, and it kind of takes me back to the first album where they end the album with the power metal song as well. So yeah, that's really awesome. And yeah, it's great to hear the Kami band just going absolutely nuts, like they should be doing. You know, like we're used to hearing them just like going absolute balls to the wall, like in shred mode, drums, bass, guitar, all of it. So yeah, it's just a great way to close the album off. Okay, so I'm gonna give my overall opinions of the album, just being totally honest. I feel like this album is definitely their most accessible, and I think it's designed that way. I think what's really clever about it is the whole light and dark side. So the first half of the album is definitely the light side, and then you have that instrumental in the Name Of in the middle, which definitely sets the tone for the dark half of the album, which I feel the light half is definitely for the new fans, and that's definitely the half that's going to is designed to bring people in, and then the last half, the dark half, is for, you know, the Babymetal fans, because, you know, those songs are more like classic Babymetal that we know and love. It's definitely the most diverse album with all the genre mashing and just like different instrumentation, but it's also, you know, vocally it's the strongest. The instruments, I think, are taking a bit of a back seat on this album, you know, just letting the songs basically do the talking. Like I said, the last half of the album, the instrumentation, you know, starts to pick up a bit and it starts to shine through, but the first half is definitely all about the songs, and you know, I kind of feel that all the way through. There's, you know, for me, a bit too much of a lack of guitar solos. You know, I like to hear the guitar solos in Babymetal because I like to hear the Kami band show off. So there's not as much as that, but I do understand why. This album is definitely more song focused than like instrumentation focused, like the other two have been. I like the concepts of, they're, exploring the galaxy, the metal galaxy, and picking up all these things from, different planets and, putting it into their music. I think that's a cool concept. This is also the first album that, Yui's not a part of, so, again, I was skeptical about this album. I wasn't sure, how I was going to feel about it. But I have to say, it's kind of exceeded my expectations. Like, from some of the songs that they released, obviously they released Elevator Girl and Papa Ya, and I was getting worried. I wasn't a huge fan of those songs, but overall I think the album's actually really good. I don't think it's as good as the first album in my opinion, but I do feel, I actually think I prefer it to Metal Resistance. Metal Resistance, has some amazing songs on it, but just as a whole, as an album, it was good, but after multiple listens, some of the songs were getting a bit stale for me. It's still a great album, don't get me wrong, it's just, I feel like the vibe on this one is a lot more refreshing, and I like it. I think they've designed a lot of these songs to be live, like for live, and they've done a great job, because some of these songs are going to go down so good live. I'm so excited for the gigs next year, when they come to the UK in February, and they're coming to my country, they're coming to Scotland, so super happy about that. I'm definitely not going to stop listening to it. I really enjoy it, and I'm hearing new things like every time I listen to it. I'd love to hear what you guys think of the album, if you've heard it. Do you agree with what I was saying? And what were your favourite songs? I'd love to hear from you guys. It'd be really interesting to hear. So yeah, that about does it. I'm still working on the Metal Matsuri vlog. There's a lot of editing to do for that one, so yeah, look forward to that. But yeah, I just wanted to do this and get it up since the album's just come out. So, and yeah, I felt like I needed to, just spend a bit of time listening to this and really getting a handle on it, so I could, break down the tracks like for you guys, like in depth. So, really hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. See you later. Bye.